enrollment numbers yesterday at the college. The 20th day of instruction is the day that all the colleges and universities in the system do the reporting, so we have it on the same day, kind of using the same metrics. And the good news is we recorded a record enrollment for this fall, which is a surprise because with the pandemic, there's still a lot of uncertainty.
Of course.
Some of the we were noticing that all throughout the summer. Looking at numbers, our goal was to kind of be the same as we were last year, which was another strong enrollment. It was a record enrollment last year. So we thought if we could hold our enrollment, given all this uncertainty, that's going to be a good thing. But when the numbers came in yesterday, we were up about almost 10%.
Which, I don't want to say it's unheard of. Obviously, we're hearing about it, which is great news. But yeah, when you're talking about numbers like that, and the number of students online, butts in the seats, all that stuff, it's a pretty amazing number.
Yeah, it really is. Like I said, a lot of colleges across the country, some here in the state, saw their numbers decrease. And so we look at that and say, what kind of impact are we going to see? But we're pretty robust in terms of all of the things that we do, because we don't keep all of our eggs in one basket.
Right.
We have our traditional programming on the campuses. When I say campuses, we have students enrolled at DCB in Minot, at Minot State University, at DCB courses at Valley City State University through partnership arrangements. We have our nursing programs at sites around the state, our farm business management, our dual credit online. And I think that helps maintain a stable, gives us some stability. And so even though we might see a dip in one area, we compensate that by strength in other areas. So I think the good news for us as we looked at all of our enrollment, full-time, part-time, online, dual credit, it was kind of up all across the board. Nothing major, but just steady increases in each of those areas. So I have to give a lot of kudos to our staff. They've worked really hard to make this happen. This doesn't happen without having good quality instruction, and that's the core of all of this.
That's right. Speaking again with Dr. Jerry Migler, the grand poobah, if you will, at DCB. Now, it was just, 3 years ago that you cracked 1,000 for the first time?
Yeah, that was a milestone for us because in the history of the college, we would bump, 800, 900, and there's that 1,000 figure was probably a little bit more of a psychological or so, but we reached that and we've kept on going. So again, I think just a lot of good work on the part of everybody to keep that going.
And obviously, we have to thank the students also for recognizing a tremendous product that the college puts out there. I mean, for them to come here and to feel the need to come here, be it for a great education or outstanding sports or whatever the reason they're here. God bless them for coming.
Yeah, and the one thing I would say, again, I don't know what to attribute it to, but we've really seen a change. We've always had great students, but the students that we have this year, I think, are perhaps more motivated. Pandemic perhaps had something to do with that. Being out of the classroom, whether it was in high school situation, even for us not being able to do as many activities. But I just sense there's a lot of energy, just the enthusiasm and the motivation to do well. It's really fun to see.
I think as I personally wouldn't know this because I'm not an instructor, but yeah, for you guys to be able to look at that and see that's got to be quite rewarding for you guys as well.
It really makes the academic year it's just fun to start when we see that energy and enthusiasm and again motivation, because I just see that there in a markedly different way than I've seen that in the past. It's a good thing.
So we are 9 years away from 2030. What do you think? 1,500?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have some interesting developments on the way in our Old Main project, which is converting Old Main into a center for rural health education. Once we get that online, we will significantly increase the numbers of students in nursing and in allied health. We're pretty close to being able to make our final announcement on a career and technical education center in partnership with the city of Minot and Minot State in Minot. That'll add several hundred students. Yeah, so the answer is yes.
Yeah, and for good reason. Again, quality education, great faculty, great students.
Great students.
And it all works together. Everybody scratches everybody's back, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Yeah,
it really is.
So very positive news as we start the year.
And you know what? We can always use the good news. Dr. Jerry Migler, anything else you want to throw out to everybody?
No,
out there?
I think we've covered it.
All right. Well, congratulations on the ticking numbers that go upward and continue to go upward into record territory. This is awesome.
I will
awesome
take that good news back to the staff.
Thank you very much. And you have a great day.
You too.
All right, thank you very much. That's Dr. Jerry Migler from Dakota College of Botano, the Grand Poobah, if you will. 8:34, we've got another 7-day forecast. This one brought to you by Farmers Union Oil, the Agronomy Center in Willow City.
Producers, as this year's crop comes off the field, it's time to think about next year's crops. You know what that means. Fall fertilizer, NH, fall